that I just want to say, ugh, I mean, I don't even want to go too deep on this, but I mean, the toxicity of the RHONJ bloggers is alive and well. So this is what happened. I'll just tell you a story because you guys don't even know this. Sometimes it's fun to tell you the behind the scenes story. Like when I say, I slept at Jesus Jugs back in 2020. Last week, Vicky Gunvalson sent me a text and girlfriend. We got to talk about that. Miss Gunvalson is not pleased with me. She is very, very upset that Victoria Gumbelson. We'll talk about that another. We haven't talked about it yet. I'm shocked that nosy Sarah hasn't asked me about it. We love Sarah. You tell Sarah something, and it's like all over the world. I told her something else about Kelly and Rick, and she's ready to fucking run down the street. I'm like, shh, we got to do this in due time. But let me just tell you, because sometimes you guys like the things that are not the gossip about on the show. Anyway, we all know we just had a show. Me and Sarah went out with Kathy and Sutton one night. Sutton invited a few people over to her store. She's rebranding. She's like, why don't you guys come? We did, blah, blah, blah. Melissa's old nose, yes, yes, yes. Melissa's old nose tweeted a picture that me and Sarah had with Sutton, like sitting there. And I think she said, like a boss or something. It was a nice retweet of my picture, which is not so unusual. Renee Graziano from Mob Wives tweets about me. I mean, the more someone comes on the show, it's not so unusual that you follow them on social media platforms and they tweet you or comment. Renee comments all the time. She's a huge Housewife fan. The point is, she retweeted this picture of me and Sutton and Sarah, and Sutton said, great to have you guys there, me and Sarah. Well, when Melissa Zolnose was on this podcast, she said that she has been approached. It was on the episode. I got to find which episode. She's been on here like 9 times. She said she was approached by a Beverly Hills housewife to work for her, not to do what she did for Teresa before she fled camp, but to do like honest work, but she's great at investigating things online. If I had to hire someone, I would hire her too. I just don't have the need for anything. But I would hire her before I hired a PI. She's good. That's not the point. She retweeted this, has nothing to do with me. I go about my life. Thanks for the retweet, because then Sutton commented, whatever, who cares? I mean, I'm too busy to care about tweets and retweets, but I love it. Go ahead and tweet me and retweet me. Nothing makes me happier. It's very appreciative. The point is, then, because I blocked all these like Tre Hugger trolls, like the real trolls. You don't get blocked for disagreeing with me. You're angry at Alexis and John and you disagree with me. People apologize. I'm so sorry. You don't need to apologize. You can disagree with me. Unlike all the people on this side voting for this one, and all the people we have 2 candidates running for president. These people over here hate these people and everyone else. Guess what? I don't judge. You vote for whoever you want. I like you regardless of who you vote for. I like you regardless of what your issue, what your thoughts are on this issue and that issue. I don't judge people that way. I will not succumb to this world of like, if you don't agree with me, we don't get along. I will never be that person. I judge one person and one person only, and it's myself. Now, I used to be hard on myself when I was young, but now that I'm an adult, I'm really easy on myself because I live a charmed life. I don't have one problem from the minute I wake up until the minute I go to bed. I am happy every minute. So that's what angers people like a Kelly Dodd, because you're so bitter. Like, you can't anger me. It doesn't work. I pray that I don't get a fucking cancer diagnosis in the next 24 hours, okay? Then I have problems. Regardless, I'm going off track. So Melissa Zoll knows you to do it. Now, what happens is all these people are blocked because the minute you say like Louie's a scumbag, they, go off on you and you're like, now you're low. Now you're like going really low. You can disagree with me, but when you go low, you just get blocked. It's not really a big deal. I just block you and you'll follow me from your Insta accounts. You know what I'm saying? From your Finstas. So someone started sending me, which had nothing to do with me. No one mentioned me. But what happened is people were going off. People were going off on Melissa's old nose because she said she got approached by a real housewife of Beverly Hills to work for her on my show. So when she retweeted me and Sutton the picture, people started saying the Tre Huggers. Now, is Teresa involved? Did Teresa put these people up to this? I don't know, maybe, but seems like the toxic New Jersey isn't over, because what happened is then certain accounts, everyone was sending me this, started saying and warning Sutton, saying at Sutton, beware of Melissa's old nose. Now, I have to tell you, that's the first thing they said. Beware of hundreds, beware. The second thing certain accounts said is everybody reading this, calling urgent. This is an urgent thing. It's like a cancer diagnosis. It's like somebody who's running for president trying to be killed. It's like the school shooter. It's like the kid. I don't know if you heard about this. This kid brutally killed his father a year ago. And the mother posts a loving picture of the kid and her. And then the next day, he slits her throat 100 times. Okay. So, like, this urgent APB about Melissa's old nose is like that, according to the stumps. So now they're calling out, because you guys don't know what goes on here. So now they're calling out everybody, calling all the stumps. Call Sutton, email Sutton, DM Sutton, get in touch with Sutton immediately to let her know about Melissa's old nose and how deranged she is and what she did to Teresa. She didn't do anything to Teresa. Sounds like Teresa did something to her. But regardless, that's not even the point. So this person, now mind you, I mean, let's not even get into the legality of this, being banned from Twitter, kicked off Instagram, those things that are being violated. Legally, you know, if you want my advice, if you're calling for all this and it's a business involved, now that's tortious interference of business. It also could be harassment, cyber stalking. This is why we pay lawyers. We go to court. Do it to me. We'll see if I feel like suing. I might. I don't know. I've sued a lot of people. So let me get back to you on that one. But so they warn Sutton, then they call for everybody in the world to please warn Sutton, like a mess. And then I start seeing texts that are sent to me. They're DMing Teddi. Hey, Teddi, when you go on 2Ts, you better shout out Melissa's old nose and beware and tell Sutton. And hey, Erika, now they're talking to Erika. Then they slipped into Kyle's. They're talking to Lisa Rinna. They're contacting every Beverly Hills housewife that ever was. I saw this shit with my own eyes and saying, like, beware of Melissa's old nose. Now, they didn't mention, this has nothing to do with me. My point is, Beverly Hills is now being infiltrated by Teresa's bloggers. So the toxicity of New Jersey, first of all, don't bring the show back, Andy Cohen, or at least have it be a long time. Teresa, if you're behind this, shame on you because you learned nothing. Then you really should be fired. I don't know if Teresa is behind this, actually. And so that's even worse. Your queen, the Hugger's queen, this ain't going to help. This ain't going to help. If they're seeing everything online, this ain't going to help your girl keep her job. So go at it. Do what you want. It got nothing to do with me, nor do I care. I'm just telling everybody, I mean, this, like, I didn't even see any of this on Twitter because I blocked all these crazy people. But then people were sending it to me, and it doesn't mention a word about me, but I'm like, oh my God. They're basically adding Sutton, warning her about this woman, saying to everyone that's reading this, get in touch with Sutton. So you flood her DMs. And then they're telling Teddi and Erika Jane, they slipped into Kyle Richards' DMs, Dorit. I mean, they went down, Diana Jenkins, they went down the list and said to every Real Housewife, call your friend Jennifer Tilly, Garcelle, Andy, call Sutton and warn her. Now, I know Sutton. Let me tell you, Teresa is an animal. Margaret, you're kind of an animal too. Melissa, it don't work this way in Beverly Hills, okay? It don't work this way. So, I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but you're not going to text Sutton all day and she's going to say, oh my God, what is this? What is this? It's just not how it works in the real world. That's how it works here. Okay. So, there you go. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is. Now, literally, these things are still coming in now. Yes, Erika Jane is DM'd and blah, blah, blah. So listen, I have no point to tell you this other than you think I make this stuff up and this is the stuff that's still going on. I wouldn't know about it if I wasn't tagged. We're going to have to do another one of these tomorrow because I need to talk about Kyle. I need to talk about Morgan. And I got a lot of stuff about, Jackie and Teresa. Like here, hi, Teddi Mellencamp. You may want to DM me. I have information and proof that Gabriella has now infiltrated Sutton's team. Guys, I couldn't make this up. The girl reposted a picture of me with Sutton from a party Sutton's store is 15 minutes from my house in LA. It has nothing to do with any of this. Same tactics she used with Jennifer Aiden. You should let Sutton and Kyle know. I mean, this was to Teddi. Now we have one to Erika. I see one I see one to Diana Jenkins. And just let me say, so I don't know. You think I want to talk about this shit? That's all it is. And then Sutton's replying to me and saying, great to have you. And I don't know what to say. Guys, I didn't think we were going to spend this whole time on New Jersey. I just thought that was like an interesting thing to say, that this is still toxic and this is not going to help the show come back at all. And I mean, if Teresa's still behind this, that's crazy. I really don't think she is. I really don't. I don't think Teresa is living her life and is worried about, like, look, it's over with her and Melissa's all knows, Gabriella. What does she care what she goes and does somewhere else? And by the way, she said on this podcast, that's not why this Beverly Hills housewife called her to hire her, hired her. I don't know the details. I don't even know if it's Sutton, but I just thought you should all know that. I don't know what my point is other than that, but I really got down